It is a world of darkness. Here we are on the Unbreakable Butterfly Ranch. We've successfully navigated our feel-bad problem. But yes, we are here on the Unbreakable Butterfly Ranch. We are surrounded, beset by foes on all sides. We have drunken hillbillies and crooked cops. We've got a known teenage sorcerer author, or author of teenage sorcerer fiction. Sorry, that makes it sound like a different person. DJ Crawling is ginning up a turfy mob to protest the ranch and broadcasting it because news loves conflict instead of actually informing people. So it's drawn quite a crowd, protesters and media attention alike. And Pentex is interested in the silver mine behind this place. Speak of Pentex, as we kind of revisit the fact that one Elon Musk has just shown up in a limousine, also trailed by 3 bikers. And fat pelts of rain actually literally punch the ground as it starts to downpour. Lightning cracks the sky, the wind begins to howl. Roll initiative.
Oh, right. I need dice for this dice game, don't I?
You will... Some dice for this dice game would be in season. So to roll alertness, to roll initiative, you roll wits plus alertness. The difficulty is 6.
Yep.
Just tell me everything 6 and above.
Dice bag is just out of reach.
Get my dice out of my...
All right, and while everyone's rolling initiative, because we're going to get right into it, there may or may not be a lot to do, I'm going to lay out your conflict at hand. From DJ Crowling, literally stringing back to her stand-like, is a many-wanged spirit of the patriarchy reaching for the distant silvered hills. That is something you can engage with. Elon Musk has shown up, and they are a villain that you can contend with. Don't forget, the Umbra is your aid. You could go do spirit warfare on the spirit world, or you can go do physical warfare on the physical world. Also, Mel, your dad's here. Duncan Crane is one of our antagonists. He came up on a motorcycle. He's a big old... he's a werewolf, too. He has 2 other werewolves with him. One, a black fury named Nike, and the other, a red talon extremist, but of course I repeat myself, named Growler.
Yeah, they're our Hellions.
They are your Hellions. Very well spotted. And just to be fully Hellioned up, Nike hates Métis, so she's got a particular aggravation here. But there's another member of the ranch who is a relative of Black Furies, so they have 2 things to hate here. So it's a good time.
What are we doing with 10s again?
You are re-rolling 10s, okay, but don't count any ones that result.
So I spent all of that time trying to hunt down D10s and listening to the people who hate us. How does initiative work again?
Wits plus alertness. Difficulty 6.
So I got 4 successes then.
4 successes. Okay.
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Very good.
Which is all successes for me.
Very good.
I know Andy just asked us, what are we doing with 10s again?
We're re-rolling them. Do not count any ones that result.
Neat. That is 4 successes.
Okay. So, very, very good. Angie and Mel at 4.
I'm remembering now that none of my rights are combat applicable.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Your dad seems pretty dense, so we'll give him...
Do you happen to have that website on hand that you sent us the last time?
Which one?
The one that explained all of our gifts and stuff.
If you just type your gift and WW20 or WTA20, you should it should take you right there. If not, I'll look it up for you in a second. Let me just finish doing some.
Yeah, no problem. I just remembered that.
Yeah, much like with
What's its name?
Hmm?
Because I do also have the PDF of the rulebook open, and I should be able to control F things on it.
Oh, okay.
I think I found it for you. I'll put it in. Where's the best
Oh
place
yeah,
to
it's
put
gonna
it
be
for you?
way quicker than Adobe
Just the
wants to do
pack
that.
cat.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Sorry, I had to scroll up a bunch.
I remember roughly
was
what all
checking
of them
in pins.
do, but
Yeah, I have the PDF open, so I can, or Jay can also, and there's a good index in there. So, 5e.
yeah, it just loads
What's
real
an
slow
index?
on my computer.
It is a massive PDF.
Yeah.
No. Right, that's fine. Just roll one more. Actually, two more. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh boy, wish I hadn't.
That's a good sign for us, isn't it?
Yikes. Okay. All right. So
You're on our side.
where are we putting? What's the made-up name for her? Right. Okay. So Growler goes first.
Boo.
Mel, Angie,
You suck.
and DJ all go on 4. Camila and Nike go on 3. And Duncan and Elongated Muskrat go on 1.
Nothing you say makes sense.
Let's see. Let me do a... God, I wish there was just a... It's a lot of dice rolling, and that's one of the bugs, or features, or both. All right, so...
It depends on how much you like rolling dice, for the sake of rolling dice.
Yes. Okay, so the ranch, for the most part, will be dedicated to covering fire and basically trying to keep the rednecks and locals from encroaching too closely. Your main, outside of you 3 assets are, don't forget you have a spirit totem named Identity, who has some stats. Can replenish Gnosis willpower and rage for you, and or take independent actions. You can whistle up Identity at any point to do something. Oh, also, the opposing werewolves have their totem present. It's currently causing the storm.
Boo.
Ooh.
And Ben will be more interested in the supernatural side because Ben is one of the only people here who does not freak out at the very thought of it. Speak of which, so is Moonflower. So Ben and Moonflower are both kin. They're capable of participating in the werewolf half of the fight. Moonflower is capable of helping with the spiritual side of the fight because they're a kinfolk with the Gnosis merit. Ben is capable of shooting guns and not being terrified immediately of werewolves. In fact, he hates them very much. Unfortunately, including you guys, but he hates you guys the least. So there's our assets, and there's our antagonists. Once more, I'll just roll in Moonflower. I'm gonna hilariously give Moonflower a huge. She's wittier than people think she is, and yet it did not benefit her at all. Okay.
Good job, girl.
Oh, also, you do have Cutter. Cutter will be less useful in the supernatural fight, but you can put Cutter to a saboteur and a troll most foul. He can run a gas line and light it. He also is well.
So, yes.
Yes. I think you had to tell him outside the fence line, and he seemed very upset about that. But yes, so with that in mind, before we even get into like what's everyone's first thing, do you guys want to discuss what your priority targets are, anything like that? Like I'll give you guys some kind of, you are literally surveying the scene. The rain started, the lightning started, the storm's happening. The power goes out, so the broadcast stops. But DJ Crowley and not Crowley, Crowling. What the heck? Anyway,
DJ Crowling. Yes.
DJ
DJ Crowling. DJ Crowley and her mob are still here, but you don't expect them to be high priority combatants necessarily. But like the news vans are kind of like, oh shit, we should get to some cover and take our equipment with us. So that part's kind of taken care of itself. But yeah, discuss amongst yourselves as you survey the scene to make any plans you feel like.
So, when last we left, Angie was putting on a big show of being a big, growly, angry, scary dog.
Mm-hmm.
This is not our first real rodeo, so Mel and Camilla, you would recognize this as Angie being quite literally all bark and no bite right now. Then she looks at Mr. Elongated's limousine. Marty, is that one of his fancy, high-tech muskrat mobiles?
Almost certainly it must be. It must be. Mm-hmm.
See, Angie kind of just like, here, stop, and think for a minute, and then her posture and growl kind of changes. It goes from the big, high, threatening one to something lower, quieter, and actually has some good menace behind it. And you two would recognize this as Angie's version of a shit-eating grin and saying, oh no, I have an idea.
I think Angie's got an idea.
The wolf with an iPad has an idea.
Sick 'em.
It also probably means I need cover to like hide behind a porch or something and pull out my iPad.
And you can still you can step sideways as well if you would prefer to interact with. Although, if I recall, your technical abilities are better than your spirit manipulation ones. So you could stay in this realm if you'd like.
Yeah, but I can talk to the spiders directly there, though, which
It's
is
true.
good.
Mm-hmm.
There are pluses to both sides. We'll say systemically, your difficulties will be harder on this side, but your dice pools will be larger. On that side, your difficulties would be lesser, but your dice pools would be shrunk because it will be more manipulating and charismaing the spiders to do what you wish. So take that into account either way.
I'm great at charisma.
Yeah.
I'm not great at charisma.
You're not terrible at charisma, though. It is kind of a weird bell curve of the system. Okay, so it sounds like Angie thinks they've got elongated muskrat on lock.
Mel, you want to go after your dad?
That's my dad. I'm gonna kick his ass.
I think
You
I
wanna
gotta
get
kick
your
my dad's
dad?
ass. Yeah. I will kind of. I'll snap at Cutter and point. I don't really know what I want him to do, but I'm hoping he just understands. Just
Something.
to do something.
Okay, what are you pointing at specifically?
I probably. Oh man.
Press the L1 bumper to tell Cutter what position you want him to go into.
Yeah,
Don't forget you also have 4 wolves. 2 of them are kinfolk as well. They can harry, wary. They can chase off crowds. They can do whatever wolves can do.
Yeah, I think I'll just tell Cutter, if you're gonna pour that gas line outside the fences.
Just got in the fences. But yes, he will. He will begrudgingly chew an unlit cigar for some reason, the most disgusting of cigars.
He's had that.
Like an
For the 5
$8
years
gas
I've known him.
station cigar, dude. Come on.
I think it's grape flavored.
Well, I'm chewing it. Okay.
That's not how chewing tobacco works, my dude.
Right. By the way, had you pointed at DJ crawling, he would have pulled out duct tape and said, "Gotcha." And
Okay, I was afraid he was just gonna murder a bunch of people, and that's why I was just like, I can't point him at a crowd of
yeah.
possibly misled, including teenagers, because she writes
Yeah.
teenage sorcerer fiction. Like,
For sure. It's PTA members and teenagers,
Yeah.
for sure.
But no, I have a gun that I stole off a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go find my dad.
Okay. Now, a little bit about healing.
Oh, I don't like that we're going right to there. Uh-huh.
Nope. It's not a good sign.
Cuts it 4-2 then. Okay. Okay, so bashing damage, that is punches and kicks, will accumulate, but and can subtract dice, as you see. Like if you make like a little slash, you'll slash all the way down. Once you get -1, it's -1 dice to all your pools, -2 dice, etc. However, you cannot die or even necessarily like be significantly impaired by bashing damage. You can spend 1 rage point and all of it goes away at once. If you take lethal damage, that's stabbing, bullets, etc., that's lethal damage. It's an X instead of a slash to keep track of it. And 1 rage point cures 1 lethal in 1 per point. Aggravated damage, it takes 5 rage points and a night to heal. So aggravated damage is silver, claws, teeth of other werewolves, etc. So just kind of keep that in mind. So you're going after your dad with a gun. It still might make him be like, "Fuck this! I don't want any part of this." But it just know that you may not like just have all the cards in your hand.
Oh no, But I find him. I may become a werewolf. I'm not.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want to become a werewolf here. Like I think going to a secondary. I'm going to try and lure him to a secondary location.
Excellent. That always
Werewolf
works.
the shit out of him.
I mean, he's also a werewolf, so
Yeah. This is the good time. Okay. Camilla.
So Mel, do you want help with the Hellions, or should I pop and try and deal with this many-winged figure of the patriarchy?
oh boy.
If you guys split the party, this is going to be hilarious. That's 3 werewolves over there. Just
Yeah, I am.
what?
That's
You
why
good.
that's why I'm asking Mel, because I know Mel thinks she's big and tough and can handle it all. So I don't want to step on her toes, but
I mean, my plan is essentially go hide under the porch. So
Mel is big and tough and can handle a lot of things on her own. Thank you.
and I totally believe that she could handle 3 werewolves. I'm just saying, does she want
Now,
backup?
the more you say it, the less sure you sound. Liz wants us to split the party. She's chancing it like it's a game show.
Listen,
Party.
there's a Nike over there with my name on it that apparently hates me
Yeah.
from the beginning. So
You were bred to murder people. No offense. You were born a warrior sin. Why don't you come with me?
wow, I'd like to.
That's my favorite description of that ever.
I'd like to think I was born for more than that, but I can live up to my potential here too.
You're a great person. I'm only saying that because we might die. But I do mean it.
Oh, well, thank you. I think you're pretty awesome. I think you're going to kick some ass.
It's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
Orc.
You too, Angie. Oh, man. My feeling.
Your one feeling.
My singular feeling.
That's my feeling.
What is your one feeling? Rage?
Rage.
Mostly rage.
It's on my character sheet. Although, for a second, I thought drive said drinking, and that is also a skill I have.
Yeah.
You don't want to mix those, though.
No. Never.
It's what we call a bad decision.
Yeah, you want to keep those separated.
And this has all just been a backdoor pilot, guys, for our PSA series, Rage and Lessons.
Don't rage and drink.
That's right. All right, so sounds like you guys got some plans. So first things first, Growler understands that there is some pups here what need being taught what a wolf does and doesn't do, including not play with iPads. So Growler will advance, but Growler will have to roll some dice to even figure out where you guys are. And there's now the heavy scent of gasoline in the air. However, let's be honest, Growler's got a pretty damn good dice pool. All right. Ooh, Growler did not do so good with that dice pool, though. Yeah, nothing left to be re-rolled there. Ate that. Okay. So yes, Growler starts howling bloody murder, and all the wolves in particular are just kind of like, oh, okay. It's going to be like that. Because it is a distinct call-out to you, Angie, and the kin wolves as well, of kind of like, this isn't how wolves behave, you know, get away from the heels of man and put down that stupid iPhone. A little more turn off.
I'm going to hit that man with a car.
Very good. All right, so yes, Growler is currently howling and looking for a fight. Your fellow wolves, by the way, will look to you, Angie, for any direction. Without it, they will start acting independently, but if you would like to tell them what to do, or give them a direction, much like Cutter, they will go off with a roll of duct tape and a gasoline can.
Oh, and their little mouths.
Oh no! Don't drink that.
And say everybody's got to be real cool with some stuff real quick. Okay, so up next is Cutter, Mel, Angie, and DJ Crowling. So what do you want to do? Cutter disappears mysteriously into the darkness. Cutter's now my new favorite NPC because is he antagonistic? Who knows? We'll find out.
I wrote him very ambiguously, so I have no idea.
Yeah, you'll notice when something catches fire, hopefully.
I think that was on our side.
Bork Wolf.
Bork Wolf.
Like he's going to light a fire on our side, or like he's on our side?
Oh boy, I told him outside the fence line. It's the one thing I was very specific about. I probably could have been more specific about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Bork.
Oh boy, you said it, Angie.
All right.
Okay.
Angie, what are you doing?
I want to hack that car and drive it.
Okay. All right. It's definitely some kind of high-tech, ridiculous muskrat mobile. So why don't we roll...
And Edison.
Yes. Roll intelligence, technology, or computers. It's the same dice pool, so let's call it technology. And this will be to assess how to do so. So this is actually not the ride or die success. This is how much of an advantage you have to do that thing.
Honestly, she's probably looked up how these cars work before.
Okay. We'll lower the difficulty for that.
Oh,
I can't not picture it as the Dale Dimmadome limousine.
Dale Dimmadome. Gosh, that's been a while. Yeah,
Somebody was cosplaying as Dale Dimmadome
Really?
at OhioCon, and it was great. The hat was to the ceiling. It was so good.
I rolled this many dice. I get 2 failures and no successes.
No.
Okay. We'll spin that narratively that elongated muskrat does not play, and nor does his Bane mobile. So let's let's say you take 2 bashing damage from electricity as his countermeasures factory reset your iPad. No, that's too much for just a subroutine. But it shocks you, and now will not be any easier to perform the actual attack itself. But the failure will not accumulate any more than that. You've already taken your punishment for it. But it is bashing. It's that would hurt most people in a way that they would not do it again. A wolf with an iPad, however, has other ideas.
Oh yeah, no. Now I'm just pissed off and more determined.
Very good. Before we leave you, Angie, do you have any direction for the kinfolk, or are they independent actors?
I mean, mostly independent. Like the couple of them that are like actually blood related to Angie, she probably trusts to know what they're doing very much. But yeah, no. If that dude wants to go get his ass kicked, then like there's one of him and like 4 of you. So like, he wants to learn a lesson. Go teach him.
They absolutely want to do that. So, yes, let me look back up their names. Hopper, Greengrass, Hot Sand, and Clearwater all run off into the darkness towards the danger. Mel, 4 wolves are running in the direction you want to go. Will you advance? It's more than 1 turn away, by the way. So you'll just have to do you run? Do you shapeshift? Do you
maybe now
turn to lupus? Do you do, or do you want to go look at your dad before? And again, there are innocents milling and running around. If you go full like Krynos, they will forget that you happened. So you are safe from the veil, by the veil for that, but. So don't feel you have to roleplay that too hard, but it is also a consideration. Do you want to freak out this many people loading their CNN vans? Because there wasn't a better story today, seriously?
Apparently not.
Yeah. Your media apparatus is failing you, everybody.
Man,
Not even like a heartwarming story about a skateboarding squirrel or something? Come on.
Odd.
It does sound cute. I'm very torn because I'm like, no, I want to be a person when I see him.
See, I think that'll piss him off more.
Yeah, I think it will too.
Right.
I was really debating on which one would piss him off more, and I think being a person will.
Yeah. Okay. Do you run full speed? Like,
I'm probably butching it. I probably kind of very determinedly walk maybe 50 feet or so before then I start to jog, and then very quickly it is a full-on dash.
Okay.
Mel's poos.
Yes, I support your decision. It will now take you 3 rounds to get there, though, for that decision. But I like it. Also, you don't have to do it all in 1 turn. So a hillbilly is going to take a pot shot at you.
At me?
Yeah. You're walking in the open. You guys know you're surrounded by hillbillies, right? And they were really intimidated by the fact that you guys were standing out there not apparently armed. Okay.
I've got a 5 and dime gun or whatever Danny had.
Okay. Shoot. I didn't really give you guys armor stats because I do. All right. Just roll your stamina.
I'm pretty stamina'd. Nope, lost a die. A 6, a 7, and a 1.
6, a 7, and a 1. Okay, take 1 lethal damage.
So sorry. I know you talked about this. So then, do I go straight to injured?
You drop 1. You go to. Hold on, let me look at it. It's been a minute, but it's
okay. I do go to bruised.
You go to bruised.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if lethal made it, but I put it. But I put an X there.
Yes.
Okay.
So the way that it works, I've always really liked this system. Go watch me rant with Big Cocaine Energy any of 3 hours about it. But so if you make a slash, you go slash, 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 slash. Anytime you take lethal, you put an X over the first slash. Right, so that's how it's slash X star to tell you it's aggravated. But
That
that
is a system designed to work well on paper. That's kind of confusing us because we're using a digital sheet.
yes, unfortunately, that is true. But yes, it does work very well on paper. Oh, actually,
There is a drop
on
down.
your
Yeah, there's
you
a
can do
drop down.
Nice. But yes, now that will be
What's
what.
the confusing part?
Yes, sorry, that's what those things mean. That's fun though. I'm glad they do have a drop down. Okay, so and it is still technically your initiative go. If you would like to spend a rage point to heal that lethal, you can do it immediately, or you have 2 more rounds to get to your dad and see if anyone else does anything.
Can I hold on?
You have time to clock that hillbilly who's in the tall grass to kind of your left. They were the ones you guys were kind of growling at and intimidating. And that one immediately takes a shoulder roll from the ranch. Like, somebody's a good shot. Because, yeah, it was 2 very good successes. So that hillbilly bothered to get up above the grass, and that Billy paid for it.
Okay.
The first rule of not being seen is do not stand up.
Nope. They got a 6 of hams in them. And
Excellent continuity.
Yeah.
Marty. Yeah, no, I'm not going to spend a point of rage yet. I can't mother's touch myself.
believe that's true. Yeah.
So I'm just going to kind of take the hit and roll with it as best I can, and just kind of like try and like level my eyes as to wherever someone is shooting at me. I'm just like, yeah, shoot me again. It's not going to work apparently.
Roll.
I mean, some of that's bullshit. That obviously will work, but
Yeah, no, but they don't know that.
Yeah,
they
they
just
don't
watch
know
you
that.
take a shot and keep stalking.
I'm a Terminator.
So let's see. Roll stamina intimidation. That's a fun roll. For all
like it.
you World of Darkness fans out there, come up with weird ways to roll combinations, and I think stamina intimidation is a fun one.
Two 7s are my
Okay.
highs.
Very good. There are other people in those weeds with him. They just watched him get up, get tagged, and then you keep walking as you glared at him. So, that's plus some good success the last time you guys rolled. They're much less likely to continue taking pot shots. At least that group. Okay. So that is... Oh, and Cutter advances.
We're playing a board game, and there's...
We don't know.
We're playing like a board game, and there's like a separate board for Cutter, and it's just like the Cutter meter is just like filling, and it's just like, oh.
Yes. And DJ Crowling will try to keep the crowd present. So we're going to roll some bullshit. Charisma, leadership.
Gross.
Boo.
Yeah,
Gross.
Joanne's not uncharming, so this won't be an insignificant dice pool, but it's not. Leadership isn't necessarily a huge. Now, come on, I just said it. Roll 5d10. Why are you giving me this?
Cause
This isn't Google. At some point, my search engine defaulted to Yahoo. Is anybody
no.
else? Yeah, I all right. Roll 5d10. Okay.
Oh, no, I don't like how big your eyes got.
Yeah, no, that was
You paying for your dice rolls there, too?
so it was 4 successes initially, and then they got to 3 of them were 10s, so they got to re-roll them, and I will ignore. So the crowd does kind of be like, "Are you kidding me?" But they are in a kind of revival tent kind of situation here in case of weather. So enough people are kind of like, "Yeah." If you say one bad thing about the person who created my teenage source for fiction, then that's an attack on me personally somehow. I cannot dissolve myself from the fact that this person has slowly become trash, and you don't need look, that book series can mean whatever it means to you, and you can have that forever. She doesn't get to take that away from you. She's trash. You don't need her. Anyway, so that's this is our backdoor pilot for a PSA series called "Fuck Joanne." Okay, so we will move on.
I wholeheartedly endorse.
Move on to Initiative 3. So that is Camilla, Nike, and Ben.
All right. Cool. So you said that if I want to shift back into my default form, that's like free.
That's free.
Cool.
That's free, baby. I'm
gonna do that.
You betcha. You betcha. The stakes have been raised, everybody. The Métay's going home. So, yes, you may absolutely achieve Krynos form. Is it marked on your sheet in any significant way? No, that's a little disappointing. I will quick look up Krynos form to tell you exactly what you should do with your physical attributes. Is it plus
looks
3,
like it
plus
is
2, plus
actually-
4?
Plus 4 dex strength, plus 1 dex, plus 3 stamina, minus 3 manipulation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's listed under Krynos on the
Gotcha.
second page of the sheet.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha. Good,
it's
good,
like
good.
a second sheet.
Okay, so, yep, keep that in mind. You've absolutely got it, including a little more land speed. See, I thought you got more stamina. I thought it was 3, 2, and 4, but maybe that changed between editions. Maybe I just have a lousy memory. It's been 20 years. I'm going to end you now. Incite delirium in humans. That's all in caps because that's going to be important. No one will be taking any pot shots at you, Camilla.
Instead, their brain will refuse to recognize what you are.
Yes, they are currently rejecting reality.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I pictured like there's like, oh, she's just gonna be a news van or whatever. But then I pictured the news van running instead of driving. It's like that should still break your brain, everyone.
Yeah. No, very good. So yeah, you're doing it. So what else are you doing? Are you full sprinting after Mel? Like, what's your?
So as I like transform into this full like rage beast, and then I also have these giant antler horns that come out, because that's my Mété thing. So I'm quite intimidating looking, breaking into my natural form, feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling fun. I'd like to do a Call of the Wild.
Okay.
To kind of inspire my kinfolk. So that is that I systematically roll stamina plus empathy, and then how well I do, you kind of determine what the effects of it is, basically.
You got it.
So.
And you are aiming. Your howl is aimed towards your allies. You are hoping to embolden your allies. You got it.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna roll those. Okay. Does it give me number of successes determines how far away the call can, but it doesn't really set like a difficulty. How do I know what?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Success.
It just goes right to the number of successes.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, yeah, but what's a success?
Let's see. The number of successes determines how far away the call can be heard, and how stirring it is to those who hear it. This gift can be used in concert with any of the standard root howls. Okay, so it is very stormy. So we're going to kind of let's say the difficulty 7. Tell me how many 6s you get, because you're still close to the ranch, so you will have a more local effect than you will have a.
Okay, I didn't get any 6s, but I did get 4 successes and then 1 5. So.
Okay. How many successes again? Then tell me.
4.
4. Okay. Very good. Very good.
Wait, hold on, I got a 10, so I gotta re-roll that.
Reroll that. Ignore any ones that result. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Yeah, 4 successes is very good. Okay. I am just going to write on the initiative sheet 4 successes on COW. Cow. And yes, all of your allies are emboldened. So for 2 of you, for instance, add 2 to all relevant dice pools. You guys get +2 dice to all dice pools. There is not a duration listed, so we're just going to kind of count that for now. Plus, I want you guys to win, so... Like, it's fun playing a dragon as a bad guy. It's not very fun playing a TERF and Nazis as a bad guy, so please go kill these fucking guys. Thank you.
I'm working on it.
I understand. So yeah, and you're hauling ass as well?
Yeah. So after I, rage beast out, get full on intimidating looking, try and inspire everybody with like, look at what a fucking magnificent werewolf I am, right? And then just beeline straight after Mel.
This is the first we're seeing you in werewolf form. What are your colorations? You've already mentioned you've got the big old horns, which is great. Now, what are your...
So my colorations, so I've got it so that I am kind of a child of... I come from both child of Gaia, and then what's the like more Scottish one? I forget what they're called.
Fiona.
So my mother was Fiona, and so I imagine that my coloration is kind of a mixture of those two kind of ideas. So a little bit more of like maybe the pattern is more fawn, like a fawned wolf with maybe some like darker bits on the back that are more of like the reddish.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Very strong round. I'd say 4 successes on a cow. Very, very good. I forgot about this storm. This storm's supposed to be having perception checks, but we'll just it's ambient background. A lot of rain and thunder, everybody. But yeah. Nike gets in front, like, Growler has advanced in front of Duncan, and Nike also gets in front of Duncan, sees that you've gone Krynos, and is just kind of like, oh, let's fucking play, you pure-blooded freak. And I will not do them the disservice, but also shouts, hey, blank, are you listening? And they have just dead-named Ben. In case you were like, is this person the villain? Sure are.
I'm gonna hit that man with a car.
That's Nike, so you've got 2 people to hit with a car. You've got Growler and Nike.
You can get control of that car and just start doing donuts over people, please.
Yeah.
That is the plan.
It's an elongated car.
God, he's the worst.
And Ben takes an action. All right. No one's around to see... so, moving to Initiative 2, no one's around to see what Moonflower's doing.
Something helpful, I hope.
Yeah, Duncan and Elongated Muskrat get to go. They both do nothing. They wait.
Typical.
Okay. Growler begins to run to the fight. It will take more than 1 round to get there. We're back to Initiative 4. Cutter advances mysteriously on the Cutter board.
Counter increases.
Increases. Now you draw 2 Cutter cards every round. All right. So Mel and Angie, y'all go, and DJ Crowling will also get an action, as they have, as she has kept her crowd.
First of all, for complete and utter flavor, Angie also howled with Camila. That was neat.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Didn't do anything but other than be a normal howl, but,
Yeah.
Join the chorus.
pretty much.
And it is flavor-wise, or not even flavor-wise, because there are some benefits to it that I forget about a Rebel, but you add to the Rebel dice as well. So you raising in chorus is part of the revelry.
Neat.
All right, so let's roll a wits technology plus 2 dice in order to hack this car. Cyberpunk 2077 turns it. You tried to breach protocol last time. Now you're actually just doing the quick hack.
Okay, this is damn near all of my D10s. I better get some successes out of you. What counts as a success again? What is our bottom for that?
I'm looking for 8s. Tell me 7s, though.
Okay.
Remember, we didn't lower the difficulty last time, but
We did not.
you get your full dice pool.
That's 1 failure, 2 8s, and a 10. Reroll the 10. Ooh, another 9, so that's 4 successes and 1 failure.
Okay. Very good. That is a complete success in the language of the World of Darkness. So, yeah, we'll say that there is an active, like, Bane spider who was the one who fucked with you last time. You are full past them and in the driver's seat. You are able to gain control of all major systems. You will be being resisted by an antagonistic force because that's what its whole shit is. But you have control of the car right now. You have several people on you. I want to hit this person with a car list. You've got Elongated Muskrat, who's still standing right next to it. Although now a little umbrella has appeared above them because it's raining. So,
Can't get his
by
brain
even
chip out.
driving, by driving the car at all, you at least, hurt them. But yeah, you can try and hit Nike. You can try and hit Duncan. You can just start terrassing the car around. You can go after Growler. Currently you have control over this car, and advantage in the you and a Bane Spider are fighting over this car battle.
Okay, well, first of all, headlights go on, all the windows go down, and you just hear, blaring from the speakers of the car, the title track for Super Mario Kart, first of all. And then who do I want to hit first?
You'd have to chase down, but I would say just because it's rad, you could get bumper on ass this turn.
Yeah, let's do that. You think this isn't how wolves fight? Well, this is how this wolf fights. Have a car.
Now, what's really good about this is it's a car chasing a dog. So let's do it. Yeah, what's an attack roll with a fucking car?
I don't know. You're a game master. You tell me.
Every D10?
Let's see. You don't have any drive, so we won't make it drive because you're remote controlling it anyway. So let's make it a dexterity technology. Why not? That's a pretty healthy dice pool for you, and I want to see these fuckers go down. So.
Yup. Okay, so this one is literally all of my D10s.
Mm-hmm.
Because, hey, guess what? Being a wolf adds +2 to your dexterity.
Yes, and take another +2 for being Howled of the Wild or whatever.
I already did that one.
Okay, good. Yes, you guys keep me honest on that. I do pretty much mean every dice roll, except for damage, maybe. But any action-related dice pools.
Hell yeah.
Oh, boy, this is going to hurt. That's 2 8s, 2 9s, 10, and a 1, but... We roll that 10 to another 9, so that's
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes and a failure?
Okay, very good. Growler, where are you at in my little sheet? So 7 and a failure, that's 6. And I'm just, to speed this up for everyone at home, it's just kind of like, how is this working? There's like a bunch of like soak rolling and stuff like that. I've just given them the NWAD armor stat, which is you just have to exceed that number in damage to do it. It's just easier. Now, that will be bashing damage, but don't think that doesn't mean that it hurts like hell. So that is 4 total damage, because they're auto-soaking 2 of it with the armor stat that I'm kind of like throwing on here real quick. So they're at -3 dice. They just got run the fuck over. And you still have control of the car. Not a bad turn. And similarly, if anyone's just kind of like, that's not how OWAD hurt, first off, welcome to the channel. Glad to see you. Also, stay out of it. I'm just trying to streamline this. So yes, I'm not having you roll a separate damage attack. Your attack is your damage in this case. We'll see if that stands for other things, depending on if it's convenient and fun. Pretty good, Ange. By rights, that should be your whole action. Do you have anything else you'd like to do for flavor? Are you hiding under the porch? Is there anything else you're...
I mean...
You can fully operate under a porch.
I can, but now I'm not sure if I want to at this point.
Okay.
It's kind of a bigger fuck you to be out in the open, but,
Sure.
yeah.
Get on top of the
And
car.
Like that.
Get on top of the
My
car.
car.
And you're less turns removed from the main conflict if you have to get involved. So I actually think that's a good idea, too. So actually, that means that you do see that Moonflower skulked away to the left. Moonflower came outside and moved to the left.
Neat.
So we have the cutter countdown and the Moonflower phase.
That's right. Moonflower has a phase. All right, Mel, what are you doing? You've walked. You took some lead and glared that person down before they went into a pants-shitting delirium because your other friend was not as chill. But they are fully intimidated. I'll give them that. So yeah, what, are we picking up speed? Are we continuing to cool girl walk? Like, what are we doing here?
No, we're picking up speed.
Yeah.
Maybe now is no, because I want to confront him. Yeah, I think it's still just.
You can book it
As fast as I can.
This is fun to roll dice. Let's just get a dexterity athletics going to see how. If you would prefer to roll strength, I could make an argument that if you pull on a burst of speed, we could use strength. So I'll let you flavor that.
Okay. I am not dexterous, so yeah, I think it would be. It is just. I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad that my muscles need to work harder.
That's right.
So I think it is strength.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh.
Wow, what a range of emotion we just went through.
Because I forgot that on these D10 the symbol's on the 1.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was
First dice behind, guys. Come on.
okay, but I did roll a 10, so let me roll that.
Reroll that.
Okay, so that was a 6, a 7, a 9, and then a 1.
Okay, that's no problem. You don't fall on your ass or eat a face full of mud. Yeah, you successfully. You're still because she started first. Camilla's still in front of you and has a longer stride, but you are absolutely apace. You will arrive at the same turn at this rate.
Okay,
no problem. Okay, very good.
perfect. Thank you.
And DJ Crowling, now that they've got eyes still on them, they are going to be evil. And
In other news, water wet, fire hot.
So they are going to start basically drinking the power of this crowd to strengthen the spirit of the patriarchy, which is who you're serving, Joanne. I know you've been hurt, and I know that I think somewhere deep down you are a decent human being, but fucking stop it. All right, this has been my PSA, talking directly to Joanne. All right, so...
Lots of PSAs this episode.
Yeah. I no politics in my games, but lots of PSAs.
I'm a computer. Stop with all the downloading.
So I believe that means we're back to initiative 3. That's Ben, Camilla, and Nike. Camilla, what are we doing?
I'm going straight for Nike.
Okay.
Nike's got my number and I've got theirs.
Okay. Since Nike will also be advancing, you two can clash this very round. Let's do a quick, just roll literally 1d10 to see which of you kind of has the jump, because you're on the same initiative.
Okay. Ooh, a 9.
Okay, that beats a 6. So that's a 6 and a 9.
Nice.
Nice. All right, very good. We did it, everybody. We did the bit. So you get the jump on Nike. Nike Hasapi. So go ahead and do what you're gonna do. What you got? You going claws? You going teeth? You going grapple? With like the teeth and claws are the more dangerous part of each of you. Oh, and actually,
also have horns.
Yes. Actually, what will she?
Moose toss them.
I was kind of thinking like what like a big insult to her it would be to go antlers first into this.
To attack with your Métis deformity, I think that would be a very hurtful. Yes, I think they would not like that a lot. So yes, go. Yeah. What's a charge? Let me look at your sheet to. All right. Well, Dex is definitely going to be your best stat. Brawl, not so much. Well, you don't really have a ton of combat one way or the other. So
actually, in this form, my strength is higher.
Oh, that's true. Thank you for reminding me that you are in a different. So yeah, I would take strength or dex because you could say that you're trying to target her. So it is your choice if you're going for raw power, and again, the higher dice pool. That there's no cheese here. You don't really have a. Let's make it athletics actually, because the initial fight part of this is you're charging. So it's mostly an open ground sprint.
Yeah, I'll do strength athletics then.
Go for it.
So it's gonna be that and then that. Okay. Oh, do. Oh, I got one of those.
Side note, Doom 2016 OST, like always, good choice for this game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I got a 10 that exploded into another 10 that exploded into nothing.
Okay.
And then 2 8s, a bunch of 2s, and then 2 failures.
2 1s?
Yeah, 2 1s.
Okay. But since I'm going to call that, since it's a natural extension of your body, I am going to call that aggravated. But their armor is 2, so you have to beat that threshold. So instead, I'm going to give them 2 lethal damage, because you didn't exceed their armor threshold, but you did deal aggravated damage. So let's respect that in some way. So we're going to call that 2 lethal levels. They managed to just, like, once they realized what you were doing, they were like, holy fuck, what are you, crazy? And, like, braced themselves enough to, like, just, you know, kind of stay in the pocket there and avoid the worst of it. They still took some damage, though. Very good. So that leaves their round to...
Fucking deal with my horse, bitch.
Yeah, they will also they'll do the cheese tactic because I want them to be a little scary. They will rage into Krynos and then immediately gain their rage back, so I don't have to track that. So now I'm dealing with their second stat and trying to be cool about it. They're going to try and like grab you by the horns and like throw you, or like kind of like wrestle you. They're a Greek people originally, so wrestling is in their DNA. So let's roll that. Okay, gotta tell you, pretty shitty Nike.
Good.
Yeah, good.
That's a victory, my ass.
Even worse, that oh no, we don't. If I'm not counting ones for you guys on 10s, I won't count their ones either. So it's only 2 successes. Roll a straight up strength check back to see if You can match or beat 2, whether or not they actually get you off your center.
Okay.
Oh, I should have subtracted 2 dice from that, actually. Let me re-roll it. Well, it might do better. So let's go do this. 2 is a very beatable number, especially with an enhanced strength like you got.
Okay. It's a 10. Something like that. Ooh, okay. I got another exploding 10 that exploded into another 10.
Nice.
That
Very good.
ended up in nothing. So that is I got 1, 1, and then an 8, the 2 10s, and then the rest is junk.
Okay. No, you stand your ground, basically. She tries to get an advantage on you next turn by trying to get you off your spot and pin you. Unfortunately, you don't give, and you still have her trapped in horns. Very good. And Ben will return to the window. Okay, so next is the Moonflower phase. Moonflower phase continues. Duncan and Elon. Elon, actually, let's roll 4d10, Jay.
Well, that's a 10 and a 1, so that's basically nothing, except the 10
Okay.
rolls into another 10,
Okay.
and then nothing.
Okay. They did take a point of bashing damage from the car driving away while they were still half in it, in a way they thought was cool.
Neat.
Just gotta wrench their leg, and they look like an idiot. Sorry,
Well, they
I
looked
repeat
like
myself.
one before.
Yeah.
Just a little more obvious now.
All right. Elong will look to Duncan and just kind of be like, "Well, what are you doing about it?" And
Where even are you from, dude?
yeah, I grew up with emeralds in my pockets. I'm a real cool dude. And Duncan crosses his arms. He's like, "No, the real show is coming."
You know what? Fucking typical.
Back to the top. Growler is under a car. And
Yay!
let's also harry them with wolves.
Unfortunately, it's a poorly made electric car.
Any car that I can, like, half-assedly swing at the bumper with a baseball bat and total, yeah, it's a good quality vehicle.
It's definitely rock-proof or whatever.
Oh, God. You see, here's the fun thing about automotive glass. It's supposed to shatter when it's hit like that. It is literally a safety feature.
Yes.
God, he's just the worst. I just hate him so much.
The wolves have also caught up with Growler, who was having a very bad day before that. Unfortunately, not the greatest rolls, but will definitely lethalize the damage done. All right, so Growler is going to strike out at, let's say, Hopper. For my Wheel of Time fans out there, Hopper's for you. But it's also at -3 dice at this point because Growler not doing so hot.
Because they're trapped under a car.
Because they're trapped under a car. Okay, and the 1/8 their only success. So they are embarrassed and being beat by both technology and these domesticated, in their eyes, wolves. Meanwhile, they're all wild-ass wolves. They're fine. They just showed up for Angie's sake. But they do know what an iPad is, and so he still counts that as points against. But 8 their only success. Growler is lethally embarrassed at this point.
And And because it's such a poorly made car, it just catches on fire, or...
Let's see. So, Cutter takes a turn. Mel, Angie, and DJ Crowling get to go.
Okay. Close mine to my stupid dad.
If you bolt past the Nike and Camilla pile here, you can get to shit talking range this round.
Okay.
You can get to bullet shooting range of this round. If you really book it, like if you want to make it to like also go Krynos and leap on him this turn, you will not get any shit talking or bullet firing, but you could do it.
Okay.
With a point of rage, you can fucking fly.
I think to shit talking range, and as I fly by Camilla, you're doing great.
Get him.
You get them. We'll mutually get them. Yeah, just. I hope at this point it has started to actually rain. So.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of drenched, arms outstretched. The fuck are you doing here, old man?
Got some problems with all of this. You, this ranch, this town. I'm the bad guy.
I know.
Duh.
Shit, now it's gonna be stuck in my head. It's an order, man.
So like, now that I'm close to elongated muskrat, he's not like a vampire, right? He's just a terrible person.
If you wanted to sense worm on him, you would sense the shit out of him. But no, there's some fun things that elongated muskrat are. He's basically 3 Banes in a human suit. So yeah. So yeah, if you want to shoot elongated muskrat, you can do that. But no, you.
Yeah,
This close. No, it's the fucking desert. You're not gonna. Well, it's night in the desert. You can see enough exhaled mist that you know that they are pushing air in and out.
Okay, so they're not a vampire. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the last thing we needed is a vampire in this fight. But I'll be like,
He's a South African trust fund baby with apartheid money. Fuck him, man. He do whatever you want to him. Loose emeralds in his pocket. Who does that? You're a fucking monster.
I mean, he is a vampire. He's just not a. He doesn't suck
Not
blood.
a vampire.
Yeah.
He's just
not a ventru.
Capitalism was the real villain
Yeah.
all along.
Hold
yes.
on. What?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'll just say, you're so fucking sad, dude. Like, you came to this goddamn town to pick on kids? Wasn't bad enough you ruined my goddamn life, now you gotta go find other kids to ruin their lives? Go fuck yourself. You're so fucking sad. Oh, you think you're a big man on campus? You're not the only fucking werewolf around here anymore, you dipshit.
Would you like to take any other actions, or is that...
And that dude's a fucking asshole.
P.S. This dude sucks.
Look at him.
Good timed music drop there, YouTube. Thanks.
Very good. Okay. I think that's a full turn.
I think so too.
DJ Crawling.
Implodes.
Joanne Crawling.
Oh, that's right.
Will attempt to assert patriarchy on all of you.
Rude.
I hate her. I hate her almost as much as Elon Musk.
You mean elongated muskrat?
I'm sorry,
of course.
elongated muskrat. Guys, masks off. We can't keep up the charade.
Yeah. I think we might have. I mispronounced Joanne earlier, so I think we're.
No. These are completely
That's right.
original people any resemblance to real life figures is a complete and utter coincidence.
All right. She rolled 2 successes. And so I'm going to say that eats one of the bonus die that you all are getting from the revelry. She is invoking the spirit of the patriarchy, which is a pretty big deal spirit. And so it will lessen all of you back down to +1 of your revelry die there. Still not bad. You still have the advantages. But yes, as she tries to rally the troops, she's actually kind of psychically vampiring off of them to affect the battlefield. That you should all get in your place and let full adult, probably mediocre men make decisions for you.
No, she's a Toreador.
Okay, moving on to 3. Camilla, Nike, and
I
Ben.
did not do anything in that.
You did not do anything. I apologize, Angie. That's right. So you still have control of the car, but you will have to keep reasserting control of the car to beat the Bane Spider that is trying desperately to get you out of it.
It's just so good.
But
My car now.
yeah,
Not even that great of a car. Why do you want it so bad?
it's fine.
Can I not run anyone over in JD's crowd, but like scatter them?
Yes, you may like kind of spook them, like just kind of like
Yeah.
yeah. All right, absolutely. Reassert your will over this car with another wits technology roll. Why do I keep closing that?
I don't know. Because you keep being done with it and then needing it again.
Yeah.
How do I keep rolling? No, that's an 8, not a 10. It's a success and a failure, so.
Okay. The Bane Spider wrests control. You do manage to bump over Growler, though, so
Good.
let's
it was
just
either going to be this or just like forward and back over him again, so.
yes.
Same
So
effect, really.
roll 4d10.
It's 2 7s and 2 1s.
Balls. But Growler is now very injured with lethal damage and lying on the ground surrounded by wolves. So it's not so bad.
So this is what we call finding out.
So the Bane Spider, shows up on your iPad with a skull and bones. Because that's hacker sign. Everybody knows that. All right. So yes, Angie, that will be your turn. You may try to you are still in, so to speak, so you may try to reassert control next round. So now it moves to Camilla, Nike, and Ben. So Camilla, you still have the advantage as far as you're going first. What would you like to do?
All right,
You've got her
so-
speared. She has your antlers in her hands, but did not manage to successfully budge you in any meaningful way. So,
Okay. Can I attempt to lift her up with my antlers and then slam her down on the ground?
yeah, sure. That's certainly something fun and exciting. Let's do it. So yeah, that is. Let's call that strength athletics still, because you're still mostly doing lifting and stuff. Cheating a little bit to. Oh, and don't forget to give yourself +1 dice as well.
Yeah, I think I forgot to give myself 2 last time, but that's okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can inspire yourself the same way, but who cares? This does not really. This is very unspecific on what it does or does not do. So
It says that you can make it up, so
that's right. That's right. Your DM will have a list of fey creatures.
All right. So, and what am I shooting for on success for this again?
Let's say you were lifting a full ass Krynos, so let's go with 7.
Okay. And should I tell you any 6s or nah?
No, stay with 7.
Okay, cool. Let's get this exploding. Man, every time it explodes twice, and I love it.
That's
All right. So that'll be two 10s and a 9, so that's 3 successes and 1 failure.
Okay. One or one failure? Okay.
One.
Okay. All right. So once again, you've met their armor threshold, and this time you were kind of less aggravating. So you will kind of like pick them up and you try and take them off their feet. I'm presuming is kind of the intent, but this is not her first rodeo either. So she manages to keep her feet. So this is kind of a stalemate at this point.
I'll take a stalemate over a failure.
Yes. So now Nike's going to go, and like the hate and heat breath, she's clearly eaten like a lot of meat in the last 24 hours, is steaming off of her.
At the meat sweats?
Yeah, she's got the meat sweats, but bad. Although
Where
actually,
did you even find KBBQ in this like no horse town?
let's. So she's gonna roll an attack, but it will be -2. So we'll do that.
Don't like it when your eyes get big like that.
No. This is a bad one.
No.
Okay. So it's down to 4. She will rake claws, like basically like right up into your gut, for 4 aggravated damage. I kind of forget how soaking rolls, and I'm making it kind of up. So roll your stamina. Similarly, I don't know that you'll get out of all of this, but I'll give you the kind of the same fair chance to turn it into not all aggravated or whatever. That's a hell of a hit to take in one round.
Ooh, that's not great.
Okay.
So 1 success and 3 1.
Oh, no.
Dislike.
I prefer you didn't.
Soup, take 4 aggravated points of damage.
Oh.
I hate it.
Yeah, no, I hate it too, but you were the one rolling the dice, so you know what I mean? Have you thought about rolling better?
And aggravated is the X or
It's the asterisk, yeah, in this case.
Asterisk. Oh
yeah.
Shit. That's really no good.
Yeah, that some mother's touch might help, but that's currently shit talking against dad.
It was important to me.
Mel! I fucked up.
I'm tired, Larry. You're not gonna die. Alright, let's see. So, Camilla.
Uh-huh.
To make matters worse,
Oh no.
you
Can get worse.
the shrinking cringe of danger
Oh no.
approaching you very quickly.
Is it Cutter?
Cutter jumps out of the bushes, ether rags you. He was very confused about the instructions.
Oh my god, a werewolf!
He didn't have any ether, so it's just gasoline. He's just hoping it'll make you sick enough to like want to stop. He's flying by the seat of his pants out here. No, you feel like before you even have time to react, you just feel like, oh my god, I'm about to die. And then Nike's head whips back with impact as you understand that you are very close to Silver.
Oh.
And Nike has just been shot with a silver bullet.
Oh.
Camera pans back into Ben. He's just like, you didn't think I fucking had silver bullets? You absolute bitch.
That's what I knew that action was for.
Ooh.
And I'm not sorry. So there we go. Nike has just taken aggravated damage. It didn't bump her down any more dice, but it did certainly. She will not be able to heal out of that lethal damage. So suck it, Nike.
I'm real glad that Ben is a good shot because my butthole was clenched there for a moment.
Yeah. No, Nike. Ben's been at the ranch since the get. And really has been wanting to shoot a werewolf. And is glad it's not you guys necessarily. Okay. That was initiative roll 3. I think an eventful round. Moonflower takes her phase.
Does she have mother's touch? Can she?
Huh.
Drag your corpse towards me.
So Elon speaks with 3 voices as he's just kind of like, it's enough. Can we please get this done with? And Duncan, who rolled to self-reflect and failed.
Oh, I can tell if he's lying, by the way. I have an earring that does that.
Then everything he says is a lie.
I
He's
figured it's...
But yeah, Duncan kind of like, you can tell like he kind of like left, his eyes left you for a second, but they're right back on you. He's like, I respect that you came to me man to man, though. I like that. And now, I'm gonna have to kill you. And steps forward, as Ahmed still, and will take 2 attacks.
As a dude?
As a dude. Where's his dude stats? God, he sucks. Kick his ass.
What's the plan?
All right. Or no, yeah, that's fine. Oh, wow, Duncan. Thought you were somebody.
So he likes to tell people.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I thought you were somebody. You get one more shot at this here, Dunk.
He was.
Yeah,
What?
wow. It's so much more appropriate that this dude sucks this bad. You get a straight up stamina roll. You will be using your Hobbit stats, but I'll give you the +1. You're still pretty inspired.
2 7s and a 9.
Fucking even better. He comes up to just straight up like shit kick you. Like he is here to like, he's doing bashing damage of all the foolish things because he thinks he has something to say, I guess. He's come to kick your ass as a human adult because he's a bully and a prick. And fails to do any damage to you. Yeah, you've soaked all of it. He goes... it's not that he doesn't land any blows. They're just insignificant in any way. Like, you're wearing a leather jacket and he tries to body blow you. And it's like, dude. So you are face-to-face with your father now as he is just... He's Growler under a car right now, except in a more Hamid condition.
You guys are doing great.
That's great. Elon looks for his car to leave and realizes it's over there.
Starts clicking the beeper.
Very good. All right, it's 4 turn. It's Cutter's phase. Actually, start rolling dice for Cutter now.
Don't kill any civilians. Don't kill any civilians.
Six successes, Cutter. You're the fucking best.
You know what? My backup character's Cutter.
Yeah. No, so Cutter shoots a gas tank, which sets a line of fire on the outside of the fence.
Thank you.
He then punches out a hillbilly.
Sorry.
I have been
Finishes-
waiting for Chekhov's cutter this whole fight.
Field strips his shotgun in front of him and finishes his hams. It's Cutter's turn.
It's a very MGS3 thing. Cutter, thank you.
Throws the can back at him.
Yeah, just get out of here, cracker. And so that was Cutter's turn. Well, and so now there's a line of fire only on the side where a bunch of off-duty cops and hillbillies were parking their trucks and loading their dum-dum guns.
Oh, he listened.
Who brings scatter shot? Like, you're being sniped right now, you dipshit. Anyway.
Criticizing
so,
their tactics.
bird shot? Are you fucking out of your mind?
That's not how you terrorize civilians.
First off, you make it seem like there's twice as many of you.
God.
That's lost on you. All right, Mel, Angie, and DJ crawling.
I would like this car back, please.
Yeah, get that car back.
Is still wits intelligence?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, that is 2 successes.
Okay, and the Bane Spider rolled none. So,
Instead
you have
of-
control of the car.
the Bane
It's a little
Spider giving me
sluggish.
Instead of the Bane Spider giving me skull and crossbones, I would like it to have to see that, which you're going to see in chat. Sorry,
Okay.
stream, you can't see that and appreciate it. But I feel like that is an appropriate return message.
Yes. Important dog message. I like that it even has a title there.
Yes, don't scroll through the rest of that person's Twitter, by the way.
Okay.
No.
Oh, aw, and it exploded into fuck turfs. I like this.
Yep.
This is relatable content. Very good.
Don't scroll the rest of her Twitter. It is very not safe for work.
Okay. Well, I'm not at work. But I'll save that for after the stream. Yes, so you have effectively renamed them. What other actions would you like to take now that you have control of the car again?
Still kind of try to disperse that crowd a little bit.
Yeah,
Again,
sure.
Not run any civilians over, but definitely scare them away.
Yeah. And I will say that local news outlet, whatever your ABC affiliate, has already left. They're very effective. They got all their stuff together and are fucked off.
That's why I hire a union.
Yay, professionals who know what they're doing. Except, reporting on this bullshit.
Has too many people on site, so like there's one person who's in charge of rolling the cord, one person in charge of yelling at the person for not rolling the cord the way that they like. They're still scattered, but they're good. Yes, we'll take your general success as enough to spook some civilians, unless you would like to make more rolls because rolls are fun. But no, I take that as a success enough to like. Now they're spooked. It's just kind of like, is this car working on its own? Is Elon Musk not a good person? I mean, Elon Musk, whatever. We know who I'm talking about. Sorry if that's a reveal, chat.
Sorry for broke immersion.
But yeah, they let's give them a general resolve check because Doan did give them a whole leadership speech only to psychically vampire off their strength, but Yeah, no, the crowd performs terribly because they're not trying to get hit by a car for this woman. It turns out there is a limit to their fandom or their concerned parenting, and so yes, people scatter. They weren't already scattered. There's enough rain that not everyone's in the direct line of sight of two Krynos fighting because their attention is now wrapped on the power of patriarchy and Joanne growling. But yes, that certainly spooks them enough to like. And enough to even lessen the amount that she's able to draw off them because they've gone far enough away from her. So very good. You've attacked the supply line. Always smart tactics.
Now I have more space to run up and run over Growler again next turn.
That's right. That's right.
Building up speed.
All right. Your dad came in throwing hands. Like he thought you were still a 12-year-old he could bully. I don't know what to tell you.
Shoot him with the gun.
Yeah, I'm like 6 foot now. Like, you can't do that. I will just laugh and call him a dipshit again. Like, so, okay, I have a series of things I want to do on my turn, but I don't know how many of them I can do on my turn.
Let's talk about it.
So, let's talk about it. I have one of my fetishes. One of my fetishes lets me blend with shadows.
Okay.
So I kind of want to. So the whole series of things I want to do, and if I can't do some of them, I will pick the ones I want to do most. I kind of want to, even if just for flavor, like after he lands another body blow, just start laughing and blend into shadows, and then kind of try and position myself behind him and reemerge Krynos, like using rage to just auto shift and just tear him apart.
Oh, nothing personnel, Dad.
All right. What's your rage?
4.
Your rage is 4. Your fetish is 2. What's the name of the fetish?
It is Nyx's Bangle. Nyx's Bangle.
Nyx's Bangle. Okay. The Titan of Night for everyone.
Oops. Crap, wrong button.
Who needed a quick mythology lesson. Does it cost an action, or what does it cost to activate?
Hold on. I just had it. Where is it? Oh, wow. It's somewhere else.
What is surprisingly unrobust. Search tool.
Okay, Nyx's Bangle. A favorite of... fetishes. To use a fetish, must attune to it. Each time the wielder wishes to use one of the fetish's powers, the player must make a Gnosis roll to activate the power. Simply spend a point of Gnosis.
Okay, so you can succeed really high on a Gnosis roll, or you can spend a point of Gnosis to do it automatically, I would say. So in the action economy, that will not cost you an action if you spend the point right now, or if you succeed more than 3 successes on a Gnosis roll.
I will just spend the point.
Yeah, there's not going to be a tomorrow, so let's just do this. No problem. So that does not cost you any action economy. So you can fade into the shadows. You can spend a rage point to immediately transform into Krynos, reemerge behind, and you can take an attack.
Okay.
Now, something that may have been helpful earlier, and I apologize, though it is only directly responsible for combat, you may spend rage points to get extra actions. So if you would like to attack more than once, you may do so with a rage point. I do think there's a threshold of like how many you can spend based on your rage score kind of thing.
Right.
Like blood points is, but I forget it off the top of my head. So let's say you can only spend 2. You'll spend 1 to turn into Krynos. You'll immediately get that 1 back.
Right.
And then you can spend a second rage point to get a second action.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Yeah. Good. You're going claws, you're going teeth, are you...
I think claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can do claws and teeth, you know?
Yeah. 1 of each.
The world's your shitty dad.
Yeah. Okay, so then I roll strength, and my strength is plus an additional 4.
Yep.
And then... do I
strength brawl would be appropriate
I'm
for the most
pretty good
part.
at that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get to roll 9 dice. Jesus.
Very good. Oh yeah, this game wants you to roll a lot of dice.
Oh, do I still have the +1 from Camilla's?
Yeah,
thing?
fuck it, you do.
I get to roll 10 dice.
Yes.
You hear that?
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's correct.
Good job, don't die.
Okay.
You're great.
I mean, woof bork.
Ooh.
I got 6/7. So 6
6
7,
over 7.
6
Okay.
7s and up. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get any additional 6s or
No, everything else was
everything else? Okay, so
2s and
6
4s.
over.
Weirdly,
Okay, 6 over 7.
add them together.
And all right, and is that between, or is that attack 1, or is that
That's attack
both attacks?
1.
Okay, and you're going claws in.
Yes.
Okay, that's 4 aggravated damage because we're giving him the armor stat, but he just got fucked up. Very good. And because you flavored it this way, you are positioned behind him, so he will have to both reposition himself and also probably get into a better form for fighting werewolves. You absolute dingus. Okay.
Somebody thinks they're better than me.
All right. DJ will see that her crowd is dispersing.
Sorry, didn't I get a second attack?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did think that was both your attacks. Go ahead.
Oh, no,
make
no,
the second
sorry.
attack.
Second attack is less good than the first. Well, no, it's still... Oh, no, it's an 8 over there. It's 5 successes.
Okay. 5 successes total.
Yeah.
I say this with all reverence and sincerity. How would you like to do this? You can straight up kill your dad if you'd like to extend mercy. That's up to you. I have designed him to be a piece of shit. And he's with like the Mighty 88s or whatever.
Yeah,
He is
no.
a straight up Nazi at this
Can
point.
I still talk as a werewolf?
Yeah, between werewolves, you can certainly werewolf talk.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like he will understand you.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to dig my claws in deep and say, you never gave me a fucking chance, and I'm not going to give you one either, and just tear him in half.
Damn.
We did it. That's the tearing someone in half is basically the saying the name of the episode of Werewolf. So we did it.
That sure was a
Yes.
werewolf the apocalypse.
Wow, Apocalypse is werewolf.
Looks like it was a werewolf the apocalypse all along. All right, very good. Come on, where's strike through? I'm just going to strike through Duncan Crane. Anyway, he's deleted from this fight. Very good.
And this world.
And this world. Elon is standing too close to you in what Elon's opinion is he's just kind of like stands real still, hoping that your visual acuity is based on movement. You know, the way that no predator ever has been. Okay, so... yes, DJ is going to try to get their crowd back.
DJ got her crowd back.
So it'll be a higher difficulty because they're like, no, dude, I'm gonna get hit by a car. Jesus, that's a great roll. But only
Warren
2 of
is
these kind of
currently
successes.
blaring the first 4 notes of Megalovania over and over and over and over again.
Actually, some of the teenagers are now on the car side. So let's see, that's 6, 6, 6, 6, 10, 10. But 6 is not the difficulty, so that's an awful lot of great rolls.
But was
wasted.
it 3 6s, which is the number of the beast, which we're letting the beast out?
Sure.
along
Surprisingly,
with the dogs.
between the 2 10s and a 9, there are some people who are willing to be like, well, the car does seem to have stopped. Like, they're...
Be glad it's not an electric car, otherwise I would start revving the engine.
You can lead a horse to water. But you can't stop it from getting hit by a car, I guess.
Yeah, no, so Joanne Crawling has managed to keep some of her crowd present. But certainly some of them have straight up booked it or are far enough away where they're kind of like, I don't know. And again, she's making some idiotic appeal like, what's the... what's the kids' book award? Shit, be a much funnier bit if I had it on hand. I've won a whatever. Have you? What the fuck is it called? It's not a Harper's. What is? Anyone? Nobody?
Oh crap! What is that?
I've
called?
won an award. Have you,
Lippincott?
Car?
Is it a Lippincott? I've won a Lippincott. Have you?
I think you're close. A kids book award. Is it Goldcott? Something like that. Hold on. I'm happy.
Lippincott is at least one of them, but I'm trying to. I'm picturing a bird.
There's John Newberry.
Newberry. I
And
did
then
think it was the first one. Was,
There's the Caldecott.
okay. Oh, but there's also a Lippincott. Although is Lippincott not?
Maybe it's
Lippincott is an annual award for the best English language article in the field of dance studies. I am way off. Look, I know a surprising amount about dance. So I contain multitudes. Let's go. Okay, so yes, yeah, I won a Newberry. Have you? She says, and several people reflect on the fact that they have not won one, and so they stay.
It's
All right.
You know I do like that argument.
No, I know. That one was almost exclusively for you. Okay, so Ben, Camilla, and Nike. Camilla, you're in a tight spot, but you do get to go first. So you have that advantage. You can press, because, look, she's not doing so hot either, so it's not like, one of you is winning this fight. In fact, between the two of you, actually, you've taken more, but you have the better dice pool. So you can be like, fuck it, I'm going to tear this bitch's throat out now. You can save yourself the gendered insult if you'd like, but you may press your advantage while you've got it, or you can see if you can remove yourself, but doing that will she's going to attack you. I don't think there's any gray area about that. So
Could I possibly shoosh. I'm trying to think of a way that I can hurt her, but also kind of like strategically, because I know that Ben is taking shots at her. So
Yes.
kind of strategically position myself so that he has a clearer shot at her, I guess.
let's see.
So-
Don't stand in front or behind of her.
Yeah. So maybe if I could take a swipe at her, but then kind of position myself off to the side so that he's got a clearer shot at her or something.
Yeah, and that would lower his difficulty as well. So yeah, you may absolutely take a swipe. There's not really the same action economy as there is in D&D, but we'll kind of give you a certain amount. And there's not really attacks of opportunity. She's going to get a whole ass turn. Also, she just got shot with silver, so who knows whether or not her attitude has changed about how seriously she hates Métis or transgender people. Maybe she's had a real come to Pegasus moment. I doubt it.
Turns out a silver bullet to the cranium really readjusts your priorities.
Yeah. And Ben is just on some rusted out pickup, just check. And why he's saying check, we don't know, but we're going to find out by the end of this initiative turn. So yeah, go ahead and take a swipe. Also, don't forget you can spend rage points. So you could take an extra, you could try to make some distance away from her as well that would make her have to close that. So you could swipe, rage point, run, enough to make it so that she would have to come after you if she was that serious about it.
Or if you double back towards me.
Attacks.
Or you could take 2 attacks, but if you double back towards me, 1, then there's 2 of us, and 2, I can heal you.
Awesome.
Okay. Can I make the first attack and then decide if I want to spend rage, or do I have to kind of announce the rage beforehand?
You are all my children. You may do whatever you'd like. Yes.
Okay.
I've never been to soap opera before.
Yeah, take your attack, see how that goes, and then absolutely you may make because when you rage point, even you're making that decision in real time, so you have that sight.
Okay. And so am I still doing strength athletics, or
If you're going to claw, it is strength brawl. Unfortunately, that rhymed.
Okay.
It didn't need to, but it did.
Uh-huh.
So far, you've been kind of wrestling, so I've given you the benefit, but you do get your +1. So I know you don't have a brawl to speak of, but
Do I get a -2 though for being wounded?
I mean, you have my respect for honesty, but yeah. So it's just you've made it a -1, right? See,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you are ostensibly injured with your dice pool at the moment.
Okay. I just wanted to check where I'm at. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. No ones. That's looking good.
We like that. We like that.
Always a good start.
I also got a 10, so let's see. All right, and the 10 turned into a 9, so I got 2 9s, a 10, and an 8.
Kick her ass.
How would you like to do this?
Kick her ass.
So I imagine that you said that her head jerked back whenever she took that
Yes, yes.
the shot to the noggin.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that opportunity to just slice her across the throat and just do that, and then take a break towards Mel because I'm real hurt.
You bet. You bet.
Just not even give her the dignity of anything swipe.
Nope. And we've thwarted someone again. This is all very classic werewolf. I like it quite a lot. Very good. So yes, you can make your way to Mel. Mel, you've got Elong Musk, but you also have Camilla, who is clearly hurting for certain.
Yeah, I'll definitely mother's touch you as soon as I can.
Okay.
My belly don't feel so good.
What was a sniper shot? Just kind of like, I'm just glad she's fucking dead. And may as well take a shot at Growler. It's a harder shot because Growler is prone, but they have a sniper scope. So
Actually, I have a cool line that I want to say as I'm slicing her throat that I just thought of just now.
yeah,
Nice
100%.
to meet you.
Yeah. There's no l'esprit d'escayer on my show. You said this before. She heard you as she died. So what did you say?
I want to say this is for Ben.
Aw. I like
And
that.
then just
I like that.
slice
So it's
that
not.
throat.
It's sliced to Mété you. That's bad. You're gonna be glad you didn't use that one.
Just the entire way over. What was I thinking?
Fucking stupid. I know she's dead, but like, it's fucking shit.
Oh no.
Now that's
Oh,
the
no.
last thing that she heard. Shit.
Shit. Come on. No, it was a hard shot. Ben doesn't want to hit the wolves and is a little unsure.
Growler is being mauled by wolves at the
Yes.
moment.
So pulls the shot a little too much. Also, there's innocence and there's running.
A silver bullet
Ben-
won't hurt them, right?
Shoots cleanly. And those of you with all heightened senses, which is all of you because you're wolves, you can hear them be like, fuck, I wasted a silver bullet. That's expensive. Yes. Next up is the Camilla phase.
You mean the moonflower phase?
All right, the Moonflower phase. Phase. I
I was like,
apologize.
Flower
Wait a
phase.
second, I'm Camilla. What am I doing?
Moonflower. Bless you. Moonflower body tackles DJ Crowling to the fucking earth.
I didn't know you had it in you.
Fucking go.
Moonflower.
And you just hear her saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. God, shut up. That's the Moonflower phase.
Good phase.
Worth it. 100%
Duncan's
worth it.
fucking dead. Elon, guessing that they're not getting out of here, since their car's all the way over there, will take a slash at Mel.
Elong is
what?
going to make a mistake.
With what? Does he have a katana? Is he that kind
His
of dude?
umbrella.
he,
Pulls a katana out of his umbrella.
now that you've said it, I feel like that is the way that I should have done this, but...
He would, but it would be like a completely aluminum wall hanger.
Yes.
It's like he got it at the mall when he was 16.
roll stamina, Mel.
Oh, hold on, let me scroll down to see what my werewolf stamina is. My werewolf.
It's +3?
Yeah, so.
And Elon bites you.
Bites me?
Yes.
Oh, this is...
With his human teeth?
I don't think he's human. I just don't know what he is.
3 spiders in a trench coat.
I mean, you're not far off.
Okay.
It's a shame nobody's on the spirit side of this because you'd get a lot more accurate picture of...
one failure. Oh,
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
10. 3. Okay. So 2 10s, a 9, and then a 1. And everything else is
Okay.
somewhere in the middle.
So you resist the poison. But you do take...
Snake Man? What is this?
You take 1 aggravated damage as elongated muskrat goes fully feral. You did not succeed enough for him to admit that he is not a genius and has just paid other people for their ideas, but you do succeed enough to resist the poison and only take 1 aggravated damage.
Okay, so sorry. I know we've talked about damage a lot. So that means then I put the asterisk in the one below? Or do
No,
I... Oh, no. So I just changed bruised
to
aggravated. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's an elegant system in many ways. It's a clunky system in others, but I really like the damage system. But I didn't explain it beforehand, so I'm sorry to teach you on the fly.
No,
yes.
it's our first session. There are questions. Or it's our second. It's our first combat session.
Yes. But yes, it graduates from top to bottom.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like, well, aggravated takes precedent. It's...
And it doesn't bump everything down or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, Elon's gone feral, and if his Bane spider recovers, maybe he'll try an off ski.
Get off me.
Let's see. Growler is going to get full scarred by wolves here. Sorry, a lot of invisible dice rolling. Yeah, at this point, the rest of it's dressing. Clearwater. I'm going to call you Clearwater. Amazing. Growler is no more. In a Disney fashion, it's a pile of wolves, and then there is no Growler.
Good job, Fran.
Yeah. And they say a lot of things in Wolf that are, amount to get with the times, old man. Oh, you can't. You're fucking dead. All right. So now you have elongated muskrat, who has gone full feral, but is still looking to off-ski. And DJ Crowling.
He wants the car back so bad, I'm going to fucking give it to him.
Very good. I like that. So now's the time. It's the cutter phase, where he's taken a shot of moonshine and lit it on fire to spook some rednecks. It's a trick I learned in clown college. He says without further explanation. Mel,
that's a perfect explanation.
Yeah, actually, that is all the information you need.
Shocking.
It's a closed circle. Now that thank you, Jay. You pointed that out. It is a closed circle. So yes, Mel, Angie, and DJ Crowling, who is still on the board.
Did just get tackled too.
Yes, she is in the mud, but
Yeah, just I will just push. Get off me. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
You like give him a good push, get him like 10 feet or so away.
Yeah, let me.
I want to isekai this motherfucker.
Yeah, let me push him because I need to get to Camilla. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I'll.
Yeah, win a strength contest. You're a Krynos werewolf. I trust that you can do it, but obviously there is more to this dude. So
Right,
it's not
yeah, he's not just
automatic.
weirdo billionaire. No, that's fine. Too many. Okay. Ooh, that's less than that. A 6, an 8, and a 9.
Yeah, that's enough to give you the distance necessary to get to Camilla.
Yeah, and then going to Mother's Touch, which is Intelligence Medicine. So that's 4. What am I looking for again? Let's see. What is this? Difficulty for wounded. Difficulty of the wounded individual's rage.
Okay.
I have 4.
4.
4. Oh, that's good. That means 4 successes then.
Okay. Camilla, there is a question to be asked here. When you take aggravated damage, you gain a battle scar. Battle scars in some way grant you a certain amount of renown where people are just kind of like, oh, fuck yeah, like you've been in the shit. However, Mother's Touch is allowed to heal battle scars. So would you like to keep any memory of this fight with you enough to retain the battle scar? So it's up to Camilla whether or not she would... You'll heal fully, but would you like to retain a mark from your fight with Nike?
Yeah, I feel like I would take a mark.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's some boss ass shit. It's worth bearing the mark for. Okay. So
Good fight.
yeah, and you can even like, as Mel is like healing, you can be like, leave a little, just like make it look close. You know what I mean? Like make it look like. No, very good. So then, yes, you will take a battle scar after this. And Mel, you are allowed, if you would like, to take a battle scar from getting bit by elongated muskrat. I don't recommend it.
No, I don't want to remember that guy ever existed.
Mel, does it look cool? Does it look like really cool?
Oh, honey, you did great. It looks
Yeah.
real cool.
You think
real
the other
cool.
werewolves are gonna think it looks cool?
I'm just scooping intestines back in. Oh, it looks great. It just looks great.
These are supposed to be on the inside.
I don't know if magic can fix this.
For the record, it will look very cool. All right, Angie, would you like to retain control of this car with a wits technology roll?
I
Plus
would.
1. Don't forget that +1.
Also, you can spend a rage point to get rid of bashing damage, yes?
That is true. Yes, you can heal all bashing damage
Okay,
with
I
1.
would like to do that, so I can actually use that +1. Okay, well that's no failures and 2 10s. So let's re-roll those.
Let's do that.
2 10s.
Very good. The Bane Spider botched. That's your car now. What would you like to do with it?
I am going to run Mr. Muskrat over with his own car, and
You
right before
betcha.
it hits him, the speakers are going to yell at him, "Weaver said eat shit!"
Very, very good. In the interest of time and that being rad as shit, elongated muskrat is run over. Like, just is caught just enough beneath that you can pavement drag him to hell. Very good.
Enjoy your isekaiing. I bet you ended up in SAO because you have trash taste.
Very specific burn.
Thank you.
All right, DJ Crawling suddenly finds herself in a mud fight. I did give her physical stats, as Moonflower is wrestling with her, and just screaming "shut up" at her. They're not good. So is she gonna try and
Let this end with a slap fight.
Hey, you stop.
she'll try and wriggle out instead of hilarious. She botched. She somehow just managed to tie herself up in all of her spooky necklaces. She's stuck in Moonflower spooky necklaces. It's a real shit show over there.
Imagine that she's trying to crawl her way out, and Moonflower's just grabbing her by her hair.
Yeah, just. So with I mean, look, guys, it's over. What would you like the fate of DJ Crowling to be? Because you are fully in charge here.
I kind of want her to go to prison. I just don't know for what.
Sure. It's difficult to pin anything on her prison-wise. And you guys are Krynos, so if you advance, that will spook. But she does have a crowd of people who adore her around her. So you are in a slightly precarious spot. Again, you can spook them straight off, and then who knows what happens to DJ Crowling. But is there a poetic form of justice here? Or if, just for now, we want the catharsis of killing this turf, I've got no problem with it. I've got no value judgment there. But
Would there be any poetic justice in this many-winged demon of the patriarchy consuming her somehow, or
Well,
is that it
Elon
winning in a
Muskrat
way?
just got hit with a car, and we're gonna need to pin that on someone.
ooh,
Put her in the driver's seat.
Driver's seat.
Just rubber fingerprints all over the car.
I'll allow it. I think the hilariousness of the people we're talking about being specifically tied to a hit and run is pretty fucking good. Let me see. I'm trying to see if your persuasion ability does much, but it mostly lowers your difficulties on. You're not going to convince her to get behind the wheel of a car and frame herself for vehicular manslaughter. So.
No, but there is now a car in front of you, and conveniently, you can just try to leave in it.
Yeah.
Ignore the dents and the bloodstains.
It's fine. It's fine. It's it's raining, it'll wash right off, and really you kind of just it feels like there's something spooky going on back there. That lady just pushed you in the mud. Is it really worth being here right now?
Is it?
The news crew's also left, so there's your publicity.
Yeah.
To...
CNN's still here. Just kind of there's enough werewolf delirium going around. Did Joanne Crowling just kill that dude with a car? That'll hit a major news outlet, no problem. So very good, you guys. You guys solved my werewolf puzzle.
With the power of incredible violence.
With the power of incredible violence. And absolutely, in the postscript here, Joanne Crowling is going to be serving white collar time because let's be honest, but absolutely hit and run elongated muskrat. That shrinks Pentek's interest in the area because he was the one pushing for it because he paid for it out of his pocket emeralds, like a fucking lunatic.
Emeralds.
Yeah, the news crews went back to town where they found that Pine had rallied most of the townspeople into being we don't want this. The 25 people there do not represent our interests. We're fine with the ranch. They're good, paying folk. They put money back into the economy more than a lot of you Nazi shits have ever done. So there's the pieces change. They, of course, fade away rather quickly because they're not conflict-oriented. And again, modern media only gives a shit about conflict. They are driven simply by profit and conflict, and they are a poison. So that was a backdoor pilot for my PSA series called the media is failing you. So is every adult in your life, probably. So this has been a Werewolf of the Apocalypse. Jay beat me to it, but we certainly have done it. Is there any other postscripts or check-ins that anyone would like? Kind of where do we go from here's anything? Or hey, what was going on with that? I don't think there's many secrets left. But
what was Elon Musk though? I mean, elongated muskrat. Sorry.
Oh, if you went to the Umbra, you would have seen that he is in fact a Bane wearing a man suit.
Gross.
And it's too small. Actually, because he's an elongated muskrat. He's like some kind of...
yeah. Oh, and he bit me, yes.
Yes, he's some 7-foot tall polecat of a thing wearing Elon Musk's skin, or Elon Musk, whatever I kept calling him. But yes, he was a Bane. He was a spirit.
Okay.
So if you had fought, if any of you were like, let's do this on the Umbra, you would have seen a much more comical image of Elon Musk. But as it is, you beat his corporeal form, so that Bane has to fuck off, and DJ Crawling has to explain why there's so much South African apartheid trust money under her car. It's a bad dude.
Not great.
Just we did it.
We did it.
Yeah. So there's an outpouring of funding, and social media presence has now picked up. The actual media presence kind of corrects the story enough that they don't make up for their sin of being like, oh, this maybe some people have valid points. Well, maybe there's two sides. Like, they don't quite make up for that, but they absolutely at least undo some of the damage. And the Unbreakable Butterfly Ranch is doing better than ever. Everything isn't forever good. There's still assholes in town, etc., as there always will be, but they are doing okay. And Lucina and Danny seem to be working out.
I hope those kids make it.
Oh, and Gwen was the one who took the shot that shot the dude in the shoulder to get the person off of you. So,
respect.
They might have liked it too much, but like, she's all right.
Yeah.
She's a teenager.
Now he keeps putting their scooter in front of my goddamn special closet. I'm proud of all of you.
Smash zoom to Angie, who I believe canonically admitted
Yes.
that it was her. It's them last week. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Thank you guys so much. This has been a kick. Sorry it took so long. We got to see both sides of it. The smaller, subtler story last time, and this is just the big balls out. Play the Doom soundtrack in the background while you just...
It was an excellent choice. If you are watching this on YouTube, I would recommend it.
Yeah, just put it on in another tab, and you'll have a good time.
Turn the volume down so you can still hear it while hearing us.
Mm-hmm.
And help me out, Andy. It's you, J Soup.
Me, Soup J.
So Andy, outros or plugs.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for werewolfing the apocalypse with us, and I hope you'll stick around for some other shows on this channel if you check this one out. We have lots of content, lots of good shows. There's a part 1 of this. There's Marty and I talk about vampire clans. It's a whole long video where I was maybe held hostage, but it was a lot of fun. That's it. Graceful is on Wednesday this week.
Andy's being so weird over there, you guys.
It's great.
It's great. Soup, outros and plugs.
Hi, I'm CC, aka Soup, aka Supka, on the Twitters and the Instagrams. And I just want to plug having fun with your friends and say a big thank you to Marty for running this, because this is a whole heckin' lot of fun and something new that I've never played before, so it was cool to be able to play it. And I think he did an excellent job.
Oh, thank you very much. And Jay.
Okay, gonna be a bit of a long one. So our Unbroken Butterfly Ranch is actually based off of a real place in Westcliff, Colorado called Tenacious Unicorn Ranch. Please check them out, tenaciousunicorn.com. They have a lot of things going on. They're 501c, so if you want to make a donation to them, it is a tax write-off. They had a bit of a rough winter, just because they had a bit of a COVID outbreak, so they had to isolate and couldn't do any of the work around town. And also just hay and feed goes up in winter. So if you can throw them some cash for that, please do so. They also have a year-long mutual aid project going on for a First Nations reservation up in North Dakota, I believe, the Pine Woods Reservation, which they have monthly GoFundMes for that for cash if you want to help that way. If you want to get them something specific, they also have an Amazon wish list for that, which is all kinds of stuff. It's got big stuff and it has useful stuff, has some small things as well, so it can be like water purifiers, generators, heaters, but you can also get warm clothes for people or toys for kids, if that's more your style. So, yeah, if you want to help them out, please do it. It would mean a lot to me, so. Do Werewolf with your friends as well. Great.
Garoo indeed. Yes, and thank you, Jay. That was a better advertisement than I could do, and more detailed than I was going to do. But absolutely, your money means something here. Every dollar, it's definitely a worthy endeavor. It's going to immediately see impact. So if you're like, oh, I'd like to give to any organization or another, the results are going to be clear from it. So yes, please give. If not to here, then any number of other, charities. I'm always a fan of the Trevor Project and whatnot too, but I definitely think this is your dollar's going to go further here. So please give to the Tenacious Unicorn Ranch. As a little behind the scenes here, as our not our only fan, but that's not the name of a website, right? Let's take that. Yeah. So we're gonna buy OnlyFan for my buddy Keith, who for my birthday donated money to the Tenacious Unicorn Ranch, and I appreciate it, buddy. I love you, bud. So that's it. Smash a like, ding a bell, give some money to people who need it. Where you know it's going to go to the direct thing. It's not going to pay for postage. Which, by the way, nonprofits have to report no profits, so don't always get on like, oh, they pay for it in postage. Yeah, look, they have to sometimes. By the way, that's just a little. This is my backdoor pilot for a PSA called "Get off of nonprofits, nuts." What are you doing? Anyway, after browbeating our audience, also click a like and a bell and a thing, and leave us a subscribe with your Amazon thing. It's a chore you get yourself every month, and leave a comment.
Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you automatically have Twitch Prime? What's Twitch Prime? It gives you one free subscription on Twitch per month. Doesn't automatically renew, so you do have to remember to reuse it every month, but you get it already, so if you don't want to give it to us, give it to someone, because they already have your money.
Yeah.
You also can't renew it on mobile, which is...
That's dumb.
Very frustrating.
It's very frustrating.
Have we sold you on it yet? Do it!
Just get on your actual computer and do that chore every month.
That's right.
Also, fix Comixology, Amazon, while you're at it. Jesus.
Wow. All right, next Werewolf campaign, we're taking on Jeff Bezos.
Except it's Jeff spelled with a G this time.
It's G-E-O-F.
G-E-P-H. Bezos.
That's the worst.
G-E-O-P-H.
Oh.
Everybody,
Goodbye.
fuck turfs.
Oh, crap. Everything's fine.
Uh-huh.
Is it?